It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They put Wilson in motion. Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Jawan Bentley there on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run with the 2nd-round pick in the April draft. And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. They send him right out of the slot. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cut 19. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out for Parker. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
So a big one there to start the drive. It covers 51 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They put Wilson in motion. This one caught by Parker. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop them for no gain.
Back to the air one more time. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Hey, Silver. No contact. No contact.
On first down, it's Hurts. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jawan Bentley. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand their assignments. But I'll tell you what, this guy definitely was paying attention in meetings because he was in the right place at the right time, and he's able to come away with the big pick.
Try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. One more time, it's Robinson. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. Touchdown number 9 for the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Hey! 73! 73! Delta!
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. To throw is Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can...
And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw on the move is caught. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down and 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The open man is Wilson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Hurts will try it again. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Eagles. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown catch, number 20 on the year. Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
He'll throw it left and has his running back.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Trent McDuffie up from his corner spot there on the tackle. 3rd and 6. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His second touchdown of this first half.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Parker. He's got him. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Elliott on now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's 1st and 10. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. He gets free. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Ready. Set.
Right back to the air following that pick six. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Set, go.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Panther 11. Here we go. 18 rally.
Back to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Washington. Now the try for an extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Go silver, ready? Go.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. That catch puts them over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the first down. Hurts again. High throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. This one taken at the 7. He's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. First and 10.
No touch, sir. Kyle, let's get it. No touch.
The third quarter begins with a run. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard.
Great, sir. No touch.
And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Smith. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7.
No touch, sir. Hey, 73. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Trent McDuffie right there with a tight defensive coverage. Here comes the Eagles punt team. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
Warriors 70. Go. 7 Pirates. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions, man.
And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out for Parker. That is caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Washington. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Hurts. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Now, faking the give. This one caught by Parker. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Johnny Wilson. Touchdown, Commanders. The extra point, up and good. And the Commanders are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
On the set. Let's go. Huh.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Back. Check go.
He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Ready. Trap 60. Trap 60. Hut, hut.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
70 range. 70 range. Mustang 19. Go.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. This one caught at the 4. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep...
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Washington. Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The drive will start on the ground. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
Hey, Silver.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He'll check this down to the running back.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they'll throw here with Hurts. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
This one caught by the back out of the backfield. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Again, Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. To the air again, Hurts. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Back to throw. He's going to air this one out. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Big play coming up. This is third down. They put Wilson in motion. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw on second down is Hurts. That's caught field by Smith. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a...
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out for Parker. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks in the run game. I mean, he's really having as well-rounded a complete game that a receiver can have in the NFL, and until they prove they can slow him down, I would just keep giving him more opportunities.
It is 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Commanders. Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Commanders will cut the deficit to 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Man in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now they'll run. It's a counter. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Third and long. Now Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that third down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down.
broken glass of a bottle makes a jagged rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here has felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here has felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road. At the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks